combustion engines is in the increase of the compression ratio.
And that was what Oldsmobile engineers set out to do, to design and build a practical automotive engine which would be compact and rigid enough to stand the tremendous pressure of high compression operation, and at the same time give greater performance with greater economy. And then, in a meeting before the Society of Automotive Engineers at French Lick, Charles F. Kettering electrified the automotive world by revealing, for the first time, an automobile powered by a high compression engine. At the time of the announcement, Mr. Kettering said,
"With proper attention to structural design, an automotive engine can be operated at a compression ratio as high as 12.5 to 1 without sacrifice in smoothness. Such an engine will give impressive gains in economy over the entire driving range."
Spurred on by Mr. Kettering's announcement and endorsement of the high compression principle, Oldsmobile engineers redoubled their efforts in the development of new materials and the design of the component parts of an engine. First, the existing engine types come under the most careful examination. The L head is studied with this new thought in mind. The F head is carefully analyzed from this new viewpoint. The full overhead valve engine is put under microscopic examination. The studies are searching, penetrating, exhaustive, all to the purpose of deciding which type of engine structure could be designed to stand the gap. And then, after long study and experimentation, checking their results with engineers in the General Motors Research Laboratory, the men of Oldsmobile decide that an engine structure rigid enough to take the terrific loads of high compression and still be light in weight per horsepower could best be designed around the overhead valve type using a 90-degree bank engine block. Engineering and metallurgy go into high gear. First, a metal tough enough and a design rigid enough to withstand high compression pressure must be found. More than that, they had to be proved in a grueling series of tests.
This high compression 90-degree block is reinforced all the way through, trussed and cross braced just like a bridge.
And what a compact block it is, short, tough, and rigid. And because of this rigidity, there's a minimum of vibration within the engine itself. Being short, there is no warping or twisting. All this is important to greater efficiency and longer life. But the design of the block is only the beginning. It takes more than a tough engine block to make a high compression engine. What about pistons?
This piston combines steel inserts with a special aluminum alloy, and it is designed and constructed so that clearances remain substantially constant under all operating conditions.
This constant clearance means many things. It means no aggravating piston slap on cold starting, no scuffing when running hot. The lower skirt of the piston was trimmed of unnecessary weight. The 3 piston rings result in reduced friction. And all this combined makes possible higher power output with greater fuel economy. Something more accomplished, something more to be done.
This 5-bearing crankshaft is a new departure for American 90-degree type engines.
Because crankshafts used in present-day V8 engines have only 3 bearings, placed widely apart. The 5 bearings handle the loads of high compression with less deflection, and that results in increased smoothness. The distance between bearings on the new Oldsmobile high compression engine crankshaft is less than on the straight 8. And tests in the General Motors Research Laboratory show that the new 5-bearing crankshaft is 3 times as stiff as the crankshaft in the present straight 8. Hydraulic valve lifters, small but doing a big job in a big way.
This is a precision instrument that maintains 0 tappet clearance all the time.
Overhead valve engines. What do many people think about right away? Tappet noise. This hydraulic valve lifter automatically adjusts valve clearances and does not require any adjustment as present-day overhead valve engines do. This automatically eliminates tappet noise and prevents any possibility of the valve being held open due to improper adjustment. Where's that old tappet noise now? A new camshaft. This new camshaft has 5 bearings too, with the load distributed over the 5 bearings. Being short, there is a minimum of deflection, which again means smoothness and quiet operation. The cam contours are specifically designed to work in complete harmony with the hydraulic valve lifters. This makes the timing of valves, hot or cold, as perfect as can be made. Bearings, those engine surfaces that carry the twisting, wrenching loads at all speeds. Perfect in design, tough in metal, efficient in operation. And there is sufficient lubrication built right into the bearings themselves so that 100% operation is assured at all times. New intake manifolds, so designed to give better distribution of fuel to the cylinders. Each manifold is an individual, unrestricted path from the carburetor to the cylinder. This new method of distribution provides constant heat control that does a hot job of cold starting, as well as resulting in higher power output and increased efficiency. The new combustion chambers are designed to take advantage of the faster distribution of fuel and to deliver the higher power output with a minimum of audible detonation. More problems, more solutions. For highest efficiency, a completely new carburetor, new design for better mixture and for greater power. Dual downdraft with side inlet means faster and more economical distribution, and the new design makes it easy to service. The drive to accomplishment surges forward. Every step of the way, design, build, test, improve until new requirements are met. Connecting rods, for example, tougher than ever before, rifle drilled in a new way to force oil to the upper side of the opposite cylinder bore. Made of improved metal, they are designed to carry higher loads and add to the longer life of the engine. A small added contribution, perhaps, but a vital one. In that whirling cyclone of high compression pressure, the ideas of yesterday, plus engineering know-how, are facts today. Operating temperatures, pressure factors rise in a formidable array as the work progresses. A cooling system is needed that reaches every vital part of the engine. In this cooling system, full-length water jackets mean just that, all the way around and all the way down. Water all around the cylinder, the valve seats and valve guides. The higher capacity water pump has 2 outlets, one for each bank of cylinders, with 1 bearing and 1 seal. And it all contributes to more efficiency, less maintenance cost. Lubrication, still Oldsmobile's 100% full pressure system with extra added attractions, specially designed to meet the new high compression requirements. And for the first time, 100% full pressure lubrication to the timing chain and fuel pump operating arm, to the oil pump and distributor drive gear, all helping to make the engine deliver more power all the time and for a longer time. Step by step, the creation of this new high compression engine nears completion, with new ideas in placement and design of the generator, distributor, ignition coil, and wiring harness, all adding to the remarkable performance of this new power plant. Mr. Kettering has said,
We might think of the problem of operation of high compression engines as made up of 2 kinds of octane numbers. First are what we might term chemical octane numbers. The chemical octane numbers are built into the fuel by refining methods and by the addition of tetraethyl lead. We pay for these octane numbers when we buy gasoline at the filling station, and the responsibility for supplying these chemical octane numbers rests with the petroleum industry. Mechanical octane numbers are what the engine designer builds into the engine, and they're delivered to the customer when he buys the car. Factors which influence mechanical octane numbers are compression ratio, spark timing, piston temperature, valve temperature, mixture ratio, valve timing, combustion chamber shape, and so forth.
In the new Oldsmobile engine, every one of these features has been designed to provide the mechanical octane numbers to work in perfect harmony with the chemical octane numbers of the fuel. Charles F. Kettering has said that
the key to higher efficiencies in the internal combustion engine is in the increase of the compression ratio.
He has also stated,
the engine can be adapted to current available fuels, and as suitable fuels become available, the compression ratio could be increased without other major engine changes.
and that is the new Oldsmobile engine's greatest feature, because built into this new power plant is the engineered ability to increase in compression from the present 7 1/4 to 1 ratio to ratios of the future as high as 12 1/2 to 1, with only minor components of the engine changed. This is undreamed of economy for the car owner, which cannot be seen. Oldsmobile knew that to build this high compression engine in production, absolute control of precision manufacturing and checking must be maintained to a higher degree than ever before. Oldsmobile knew that only the best equipment of every kind could ensure that result. To that end, Oldsmobile engineers designed the machines. To that end, Oldsmobile provided the equipment. Built to specifications set down by Oldsmobile engineers, these machines represent the newest ideas tested and proved in manufacturing and checking techniques. In this plant are the newest kinds of machines. Machines that control quality production every step of the way. Control that ensures every part is made according to exacting specifications. Most important in the construction of a high compression engine is the control of precision. That means fit. Every vital part must fit in its proper place in the precise way it was engineered. And in this new engine production plant, Oldsmobile has ensured that every part will fit in the precise way it was engineered. And so it is throughout the entire engine plant. The multiple boring machines, the new automatic honing machines, all the machines that make a part or test a part for the Oldsmobile high compression engine. They are the best human ingenuity can devise. The finest machines in any engine production plant in the world to build Oldsmobile's high compression engine. In this plant are the most modern inspection devices. Devices which ensure that every manufactured part meets the same exacting specifications. Air gauging, newest development in precision checking known to industry, is applied to maximum advantage here. Air gauging that has miraculous eyes of its own, sees and measures accurately, unfailingly, every time. The miracles of scientific accomplishment to keep constant check on the accuracy of production performance. A push of a button and a piston is checked and sent on its way to a perfect match with a cylinder bore that has been checked the same accurate way. Such exacting tests by extremely sensitive machines play an all-important part in maintaining the quality control of Oldsmobile precision manufacturing. Main bearings, crankshaft bearings. Quality of surface is vital here. Quickly, and with accuracy that approaches the absolute, this machine provides a closer check than ever possible before. Every bearing that passes this check can be depended upon to do its job the best way. Here again, the penetrating search of Oldsmobile's specially designed and constructed automatic testing devices ensure highest quality product. These machines are called dynamometers, but they are really masterminds. Nothing can be hidden from their searching examination. Through the whole range of power tests, every phase of engine operation is checked thoroughly, accurately, and unfailingly to engineering specifications.
Here is the new Oldsmobile rocket engine.
But what of the final proof? What will high compression power do? The engineering and development story is told. All the innovations of structural design and accomplishments are revealed. Here is the end result of the wedding of automotive engineering and modern metallurgy. This is the culmination of the long years of study and research. This is the climax of the hundreds and thousands of ideas put into use, of never-ending trial and test. The engine in the car is the final proof. Let's see what it will do. What about noise? This has been virtually abolished by Oldsmobile engineering skill. First, we'll test the 1948 Oldsmobile Straight 8. Now, we're ready to go. So step inside and hear and see the difference. Quiet? Yes. As quiet as we know cars today. But now, listen carefully. We're going to change to the car with the new 1949 high-compression Oldsmobile engine. Here we go. Just like stepping into a soundproof room. Quiet. It's so quiet you could hear a pin. Well, let's try that again. Well, here's what it looks like on the record the recording instruments make. Where's all that noise coming from? Let's look at the record for the high compression engine. Ah, that's more like it. Did you ever hear anything so quiet as this new wonder engine? Noise, one of the bugaboos of high compression engines. Where is that old bugaboo now? What about economy? Economy of operation at all driving ranges is something of first importance to every car owner. And the combined accomplishments of the Oldsmobile engineers in building this new engine results in that too. At all speeds, from 25 miles per hour to speeds as high as 70 miles per hour, this engine will show gains in economy for the owner now, with the ability to produce still greater gains in economical operation as better fuels are developed. In comparative tests, in the engineering laboratory and in the fiery crucible of operation under actual conditions, this new engine is a flaming beacon on the high road to better engines and better fuels. What about acceleration? Here is a test of unfailing power and lightning quickness. Acceleration. Power to get you out in front faster and keep you out in front. Watch. Keep your eyes on that high compression powered Oldsmobile. This acceleration test will be timed from a standing start to a distance of 500 feet. There's the flag, and there they go. Note carefully the difference in time. Time for the straight 8, 12.2 seconds. For the new high compression Oldsmobile, 11.1 seconds. That's power. Power that's always there when you need it. Acceleration. Power to get you over the ground in a burst of speed and drive on ahead. Watch that high compression powered Oldsmobile outsurge the straight. There's 100 feet between those two cars. And the Oldsmobile with high compression power leaps out ahead in 14.2 seconds. That's performance plus. That's performance never dreamed of before in a motor car. High compression means power. Power wrapped up in a bundle of steel and iron, so put together it can take the most terrific pounding and come up untouched by the high temperatures and tremendous pressures. You can believe your eyes. That means power. High compression power that bites hard and surges fast to get you out in front in a hurry. On the steepest hills, high compression performance is far and away above anything ever known to the motoring world. Over the top of this 11% hill at 51 miles per hour. Throughout the driving range, the high compression power gets you up and over in a hurry, surely, safely, and with plenty of power to spare. High compression power to eat up the toughest grades. It's high compression power that pushes out and ahead on the toughest hills, every time and all the time. Did you see that? Hydromatic. The miracles of this automatic transmission are brought to new heights, combining again its smooth, positive, effortless action with the new surging power of high compression operation for better performance than ever before. Whirl away. This astonishing accomplishment reaches greater effectiveness at all speeds. Never before such lightning quickness. Never before such surging power. Yes, in every way, the new Oldsmobile high compression engine out-accelerates, out-climbs, and outperforms the finest motor cars of today. And it does it with more economy. Mystery? Sleight of hand? Miracle? No. All this is the result of dreaming, daring, doing. The result of Oldsmobile vision, confidence in the future, and of its own determination to lead the way in the progressive development of better engines and fuels for better driving, more comfort, safety, and performance for the motoring public. Oldsmobile is proud to present the new thrill for 1949, the new Oldsmobile engine, the high compression automotive engine of the future, brought to you by Oldsmobile today.